Alright, hey everybody. This is my 10th episode. And this one's gonna be a little deep because this one fucking hurts. And this is a lot of my doing and a lot of everybody else's doing. But first, I'm gonna get to, I talked about this being beer, barbecue, and stories. Well, I don't have the barbecue because it's goddamn fucking 9:40 at night on a Wednesday night. But I do have some beers. I just cracked open this Happily Deceased by Green Cheek Beer in Anaheim. It's California IPA. Fucking goddamn California commies. Fucking pretty good beer though. Cheers. And then I cracked open another one. And it's Star Sailor by City Port. If you haven't been to City Port or Port City, Port City in Alexandria, Virginia, it is a pretty good fucking beer. It's a white IPA. Cheers, fuckers. So, ooh, that one's really good. Fuck, that one's real good. So part of the reason why I'm doing this one is because this one's a little deep. As military members, we're pretty fucked up. I think we can all agree. Some will say, nah, I'm not fucked up, until you know you're fucked up. And a lot of it has to do with where we've been. We joined when we were young. 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 25. Nobody really joins when they're 40. Goddamn, I just turned 44. And nobody joins at my age. By this age, you're broken. They give a shit about the little kids. And I say little because I got a couple of them that are fucking that age. But it's crazy. It's nuts. I grew up poor, eating beans, rice, and chicken, or beans, rice, and meat every fucking day with tortillas. And then you put me in this world where I'm traveling, or you put me in this scenario where I'm traveling the world, seeing everything, being around people that I've never been around with, meeting people from all ethnicities, all lives. And you wonder, as a young kid, coming into the military, you wonder, who the fuck are these people? Where the fuck am I at? And you become scared. So there's a point where you become paranoid, then you get comfortable, then you move, then you become paranoid again. All while this is all fucking with you. I got married really young. I was 19. I thought I was right. My ex will agree, we grew apart. But, you try to make it right. And love is a fucking hell of a drug, right? I mean, love's one of those where you can be, it's got its highs and lows like any other drug. But it hurts. It hurts way worse. Because with every other drug, you just get withdrawals or whatnot. I don't know, because I've never been a fucking druggie. But you can just read books and talk to people and live their experiences through them. But love is a fucking bitch. And it hurts. And it sucks. And it fucking feels horrible. Well, you take this young kid from this semi-small town, large city, wherever the fuck you want it to be, and you bring him into this community where you have some pretty badass motherfuckers, some pretty shitty ass motherfuckers, and the majority of us are just fucking average Joes living in this fucking crazy place where we go crazy places and we see crazy things. So naturally we become fucked up. Anxiety, depression, and what do we live on? Realistically, what do we live on? We live on the shittiest food that we could the lowest bitters, because that's what chow halls are. That's what dining facilities are. That's what fucking MREs are. But then we don't even do that. We fucking live off this shit like fucking alcohol. And then we create this process in our mind where we're just constantly doing fucking crazy shit, getting tattoos everywhere, and living a fucking life where adrenaline is a rush. All while there's people back home that fucking actually love us and want us to be safe. And what the fuck do we say? Mom, Dad, if I make it to 40, goddamn, that's a fucking good life, because we're gone all the time. We're doing things. And you know what suffers is our fucking love lives. Because now I'm pretty fucked up. Not gonna lie. I was just told by a really good friend of mine, and I really hope she watches this, but that when times get tough, I say fuck it, and I just cut it off instead of sticking through that shit. Because why the fuck am I gonna stick around with that? Why the fuck am I gonna do that? But it's true. It's hurtful to me because it shit hurt today whenever I heard it, whenever I read it. Not heard it, but read it. And holy hell, she's right. There's been times where something got a little tough, and in my mind a relationship is a certain way, but this happens to all military members. And why? Why does it happen? What is it that creates this? It's our traumas. It's our goddamn traumas. It's a detachment. I will be one of the first to admit that I'm a self-saboteur. I sabotage my relationships. It could be going great, and I do it because I'm in my fucking head about what shit has happened. I'm in my head about the next thing, or what could be good, what could be bad. But why do we do that? Why is it so bad that we have to revert to that? I got friends out there that have been married 4, 5, 6, 7 times. All in the namesake of love, right? I have 2. Do I ever think I'm going to get married again? Yeah, maybe one day. But goddamn, I'm fucking single as the next motherfucker. I don't like it. But she brought up a good point today when she told me that I don't stick around for the bad. That when I see the bad, I fucking leave. Fucking deuces, and I'm out. And then I play this, and I've been very, 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 very understanding of this. That I have played oh, you know what, I miss you, blah, 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 and then I try to get back or whatnot, and then the first sign of something else, I'm gone. Or I'm like, this isn't really working. And I somehow, some way fucking ruined it. But why the fuck do I do that? Is it because when we're in the military, we're taught to just kind of deflect and just fucking go? Just adapt? Just adapt to the nonsense? Because I feel like that's it. I have adapted to stupidity. I've adapted to things that I should not be even fucking worried about. But we do this because the majority of us are still in our formidable age when we join the military. Frontal lobe, what? It becomes fully matured and developed at age 25, and yet we're 18 doing this. So I see the statistics. I see the amount of people that go through depression and anxiety that are in the military. What is it? Oh God, 85% have dealt with some form of depression and anxiety. But is that true? 85%, 80%, 75%? No. I honestly think it's about 90%, 95%. But there's individuals that don't report, don't care to report. Everybody always thinks of, great times in their military career, and they have these discussions about, all the good that they've done and the good that they've been through and everything. And they have stories. Everybody's got a fucking goddamn story. And it's true. And I'll never take that away from anybody. But what about the bad? Who the fuck talks about the bad? Who the fuck wants to talk about the bad? I don't. But I'm here for this. Because she brought up a good point. And I've had other individuals tell me, but she fucking brought it to light. And that's funny because I have, and I'm not afraid to admit, I got a goddamn counselor. I got a counselor for relationships. Because I need it. Because what's the common denominator? This guy. This guy. And I'm not afraid. Because I'm not perfect. Have I found my perfect? Honestly, probably 3, 4, 5 times over. But I ruin it. I ruin it bad. Because I'm afraid. Not of commitment. But of hurt. Because I've been hurt. Who hasn't been hurt? Right? Everybody brings baggage. That hurt stems from being out, being gone, being isolated. Yeah, you got your brothers in arms when you're deployed. But how many Christmases do you miss? How many birthdays do you miss? How many times do individuals deploy and they're going through divorces? And their exes keep their kids away from them while they're deployed. To get a 15-minute goddamn phone call once a week. 15 minutes. And at 14:59, she's knocking on the door saying, okay, it's time to get the fuck off. Yeah, it happens. So you can see where that trauma continually builds. And no, I'm not talking about my first ex. So you're off the hook. Because she was a good person. It's just we grew apart. We were too young when we got married. I still love her, but we're friends. Nothing will ever be. Trust me. I'm telling the world this shit. God damn it. But those are the things that I faced. Those are the things, I mean, when you're downrange and you fucking hear things or you feel things or, you know, there's that instinct that makes you feel a certain way. You humble yourself. And then the first thing you want to do is talk to your loved ones, to your kids. And you try to make that phone call. And she tells you, why are you calling? It's not your day to call. God damn it. But that hurt creates something within us. That's a trickle effect. Because it sends that trickle down to the next person. And then when that next person creates an issue or a problem, then you build upon that and it trickles down to the next person. And then it builds upon that and then trickles down again. All while we're here. I got tons of military friends that are married. Happily married. But they go through the same shit. They call and ask for advice. Don't call me and ask for advice. I'm living proof that I can't fucking sustain something. But why? I'm here to lend an ear. But sometimes who's here to lend their ear to me? When I can't find somebody. When I just have a procedure and I'm about to get put under and I'm thinking, who the fuck is going to miss me? This isn't a rant or a rave or, you know, me crying and, oh, pity me, pity me. No, this is to bring light to everybody that's out there that's going through this. Because there are tons of people. And it affects our daily lives. It affects who we are. It affects how we are. And sometimes it's tough. Because you see those when you're deployed. You see those Dear John letters early on in my career. Or the Dear John emails. Or the, You haven't been home in 6, 7, 8 months, and I'm leaving you. Naturally, that puts a burden on people, and it fucks with people's minds. And it's not fair. It isn't. Life is not goddamn fair. But what do we do about it? We tend to sulk in our own misery. I try to do better. I do. I learn from my relationships, and I try going on, but I'm not perfect. My mind isn't perfect. I go to a fucking relationship counselor, not just for my relationships, for my, you know, of, you know, the women that I've dated or the women that I've, been in relationships with, but even of my friendships, of my family, those type of relationships, to help build upon those. Because not only have I been hurt by people that I've been with, the women that I've been with, but I've also been hurt by family. And that all plays a part. But what do we do about it? What do you do about it? Do you go out and have conversation and talk and whatnot? No. Guys suppress it, right? Do they? Should they? We're in a modern age. Why not talk about it? Why not have those discussions with your best friends who you deem you could talk to? Why? Because we always hurt those that we love. Why? Because you always have more information. Those that you love, you carry certain information about. There's a handful of people, not even a handful of people. Three people. Three people in my life that I can literally sit there and say anything to. And they will not judge. They will joke. They will tell me I'm an idiot. And they'll tell me how to fix it. Everybody else in this world who I've come across will say something. But then when you're down on your luck, some people use it against you. Shitty thing, isn't it? But those three people were in my inner circle. And I know this is about, military stories and stuff, but I can go on and on and on about the military stories that I've seen, I've heard, I've been a part of. Because I've made my mistakes. I was young, single, and holy fuck. Yeah. There was things. I mean, come on, the military is full of what? Alcoholics, infidelity, promiscuous. What else? We can go on and on and on. Again, I've lived many of those lives. But what do we do to change it when we come out? We all have our traumas and we are all set in our ways. But how do we change it? It's up to you. Because I'm trying to change every day. I'm not the best. I by no means don't ever, take my advice. Because I try, but I'm not anywhere near where I need to be. But for those military members watching, what do you do? Fucking leave me a comment and tell me. Because ultimately, I just want to be happy. I don't want to be alone. Like I said, I had a procedure the other day, and that shit was pretty rough. Pretty rough whenever I'm about to go under and I'm thinking, if I fucking croaked right now, who the fuck would care? But don't sit there and fucking mourn and laugh and whatever at me, at my misery. No. What are you doing to change? What makes you tick? What is your why? What is your why? My why is those two little kids and the two big kids that I have. My why is eventually finding happiness. Am I gonna be successful? I don't know. People say, do you still believe in love after two marriages? Pfft, fuck yes. But do we really want that? Because I know I do. People don't think that. I have people that love me, but I push them away. Why? Childhood trauma, military trauma, or just regular trauma? And where does this all fall into the big picture of these military or these stories? Well, what do we look at? We look at society and we look at how easy it is to find somebody on this thing right here, or on this thing that you're watching this in, or on. Because oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Because everybody's replaceable, right? Nah, it's a tough thing growing up in this day and age. I would much rather I would much rather have been a part of the greatest generation where men were men. Men weren't wearing mini skirts and tight jeans and, calling themselves they, them, and us, or this or that, or whatever the fuck it is. Where people knew those TV screens that you watch, that TV show that you watch. What's the one constant? Take a look at it. Everything's got an agenda. Every show has an agenda. And that agenda is skewed. Hollywood has skewed us. Because not only has my trauma created certain traits in me, but that TV and what we watch, what we do, has also created the same traits and trends. Right now, it's okay to be a certain way. It's ever evolving. It'll get back to tradition. But this stuff right here, this little screen that you're watching, has also put a hindrance on what we do and how we do it. Because back in the day, they didn't care about this. They cared about meaningful connections. And is it easy to find that meaningful connection? It very well can be. But it's also can be a hindrance. Why? Because people have often asked me, you've had several girlfriends, you go date, you go do whatever. What is it? Is it the new and shiny? I don't care about the new and shiny. I care about a connection. Some people that I've gone out with and have never done anything with are my friends forever. And they will be. I could meet somebody anywhere in this world and have some form of connection. People cross your path for a reason. And sometimes I make that reason count, and sometimes I fuck it up. God, do I fuck it up. Those memories linger, though. God, those memories linger. Because I know what I could have fucking continually had. And, well, here I am. But I challenge you, as you're watching this, as you're probably thinking like, fuck, like this is an attack on me. No. I just challenge you to be a better person. To fucking see what other learn by other people. Learn from yourself. That's the biggest. You're your own biggest teacher. Because guess what? If you can wake up the next day, you can fucking create a whole nother narrative that day. And don't skew your narrative. Don't skew your narrative at all. Live your narrative how your life is. That military narrative is something that will never be removed from my brain. I mean, yeah, am I going to probably end up with dementia or Alzheimer's? Yeah. Because of the shit. I mean, I just saw something where, there was 15 highlighters of dementia, 15 indicators. And I probably have like 9 or 10. It's going to happen. But I try to keep those memories fresh. And I try to keep those memories going. But that one thing, the one thing that we always search for, and I know many guys that are like this, guys that are serial daters, guys that are serial lovers, guys that are serial marriage individuals. But why do we do that? We all want to feel a sense of belonging, a sense of want, sense of desire. It's hard sometimes, is it not? So what do we do? Where do we go? How do we go? We look into ourselves. I'm not, by no means am I a counselor. Shit, you might start listening to this 5 minutes in, and if you're here at 27 minutes in, then you're probably thinking like, this dude's fucking nuts. But you're here listening, so obviously there's something there that makes you feel a certain way. So what is it? Are you looking for love as well? Are you wanting to look for love? Because it's not even just about love, it's that companionship. It's that willingness to joke and be with somebody that's going to make you feel great. Make you feel like you're at home, make you feel secure. Know that you leave someplace and that person's got your back. Because I'm searching. God, I'm searching. One day, right? So they say. I just turned 44. 40 fucking 4. I don't look it. I probably look like I'm in my fucking 20s. It's cool. I gotcha. Gotcha. Put a comment on if you think that's true. Motherfuckers, you guys aren't. Because I know you guys are going to talk shit. You guys are 28 and a half minutes into it. I hope you at least have 2 or 3 beers down. But I would love to hear y'all's stories. Why you're divorced, why you're single, why you're married, why you have a long-term boyfriend, why you have a 3-year boyfriend, 3-year girlfriend. Because that's important. I want to know, what am I doing wrong? Everything? Nothing? Am I the one that's really wrong? Nah. Yeah. Probably so. So, cheers to you single fucks, to you married fucks, to you in relationships, and what did Will Smith call it, or Jada Pinkett Smith? Situationships, whatever the fuck they are. This one's a little deeper than normal. Only because, like I said, I'm coming back from this. And going through that procedure made me realize that I needed to have a deep one. Which some of you watching might laugh. But this is true. This is true. We all need this. We all need to talk about it. But most of us don't. So reach out. Find that person that's there to help you. And learn from that person. Or learn from yourself. Learn from others. Continually learn. Because there might be an episode or two where I talk about education and learning. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Fucking get the fuck out of here. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just know that I'm one of those as well. Where I do become a little bit afraid. A little bit. Don't fucking get it twisted, motherfuckers. Don't get it twisted. But I do get a little bit afraid of what could be, of what might be, of what will be. But I live in the present because I have an amazing set of kids. 4 of those fuckers. I love them. But I want a deeper love because those are my kids. And I want a companion. Somebody that can sit back and laugh at those fucking kids as they do their stupidity, as their nonsense. But let me know. Let me know what you think. You can always reach out. You can always talk. Shoot me a message. Find me on Facebook. Pedro Vasquez. You know where I'll be. Hit me up. I want stories. If you want your story on here, that's fine. But like and subscribe. Because as time goes on with these podcasts, with these videos, with these clips, there's going to be other stories in here. I might do another love one. I might do one where I decide to have a few beers and talk about how shitty love is, but it's not. Shit right there. Fear love. Because I do. Because it's a fucking crazy thing. But it's something that we're all after, right? Yeah. Anyway. Cheers to you guys. Sorry to keep it a little deep on this one. But understand that this is important. Because that's who we are. In humanity. We are those that seek others' love, affection, and approval. And if you think I'm wrong, fucking look. Look everywhere. Everybody's always trying to seek somebody's approval, love, and affection. Till next time, my friends. Be safe. I will see you guys in a week. And by the way, I'm taking a trip to Detroit, Cleveland, and Pennsylvania. Hit me up because I would love to see you guys. I would love to hang out and love to have conversations about your experiences in the military. Take care, and I love you guys.